Today, Mr. Gurkhoo will share his insights on future of e-mobility. So, please welcome Mr. Gurkhoo.
Thank you, Vivek, for the introduction, and thank you, OEM, regarding the penetration of e-mobility. Rittal also, sees this as a future, and we also know that the support of central government and the political leadership is supporting this e-mobility revolution, and we also anticipate. The need of green mobility in the national interest for India, not only for the urban population where our cities are populated, as previously was said that the metro cities are becoming more and more populated and polluted. Also, because of this pollution, there are a lot of deaths which are happening, and there are a lot of welfare losses. So the figures are mentioned. We also see that as a country that there is an increasing trade deficit because we have to import 70% of our fuel, and also the energy security. We understand there is a commitment of COP 26 that we need to reduce our pollution levels, and we need to be carbon neutral by 2070. And as a country, if we have to be Atmanirbhar, then we need to do a lot of localization and employment generation. I mean, so these are some of the points which support this green mobility initiative of the country. And also, I mean, we also have some figures which have been published in the public domain, that we also see that there will be penetration of e-mobility, whether it is hybrid vehicles or whether it is pure electric, or it is going to be maybe hydrogen. So there is going to be huge focus on the rollout of these electric vehicles in future, and this is a huge opportunity not only for the population of the country, but also for the industry as well. And we also see that there is a huge demand of charging infrastructure, which would be needed in future. And the road ahead, if we these things fructify in future and come up, then there is commitment of India to have 30% share of vehicles by 2030. And I see that Mr. Puneet has already said that it will be approximately 19%. There are a lot of PLI schemes, also state policies supporting these initiatives. And there is, of course, a lot of support from Government of India. We also are, in the, this, knowing this, that there is a lot of focus on the localization of the charging infra. So there is a phase manufacturing program, which is, proposed by Ministry of Heavy Industries. And there is not only the localization of other components, but also the charging infra. So having said that, we see there are certain challenges. So the challenges such as the standardization of components. So it's when we talk about the vehicles under the PLI scheme or the FAME 2 scheme, a lot of localization has happened. But still, there is inadequate local manufacturing, and supply chain gaps are there. For example, batteries still need to be imported. The chargers previously were 100% imported. Now there is a lot of localization for the chargers. We also see that the grid infrastructure and compatibility can be a challenge. The amount of chargers which are supposed to be there, and if they happen to charge at the same time, so probably there'll be a lot of gaps in our grid infrastructure. And there is also still low adaptability of the e-vehicles in general, because of maybe previously it was a range anxiety, but now that I would say partially has been removed. But still the availability of chargers especially with respect to the four-wheelers, is a challenge in currently. If we, to support this standardization, we also see there are different risks which are there. For example, if there is no standardization, we also see that there are electric fires in the vehicle, or if the chargers are not working properly, then the users can feel the shock or the failures. If subpar components are being used, it will reduce the efficiency in general, and also the benefits of the charging or the of the electric vehicles will not be enjoyed by the users. Also, there is a increased maintenance cost. This is our observation that non-standard equipments or components may require frequent repair or replacement, leading to the higher cost. So overall, there is going to be negative effect on the performance, which can lead to inconsistent charging performance, affecting the overall user experience. I mean, as a user, if I'm having a e-vehicle, then if I'm not able to charge it properly while I'm traveling, and the chargers are not available, probably I'll have doubts in my mind whether I've done the right decision or not. So what do we propose? I mean, there is a problem, and how do we solve this? I mean, when predominantly talking about the enclosures, when enclosure is being used for the chargers, so what we see is that the chargers typically are being used in the market are more fancy chargers, not supporting the standardization part. And when the enclosures are being used, they are being used for the two purposes. One is to protect the people, and also to protect the components which are stored inside these enclosures. And these components need to be safeguarded against dust, humidity, mechanical damages, temperature, corrosion, EMC influences, and electrical faults. I know this is bit technical, but there are different standards which are applicable, global standards as proposed by IEC, which is where India is also a part, for example, there is IEC 61439 or IEC 61641. So there are different standards which support the standardization, and Rittal also stands for the standardization. In fact, we also see that the cooling of the chargers is one of the pain areas for the CPOs, as well as for the people who use the chargers. And the climate control can be done. We have the solution, and there are standards which are available, which help you in defining what would be the right solution.